This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
I'll see what I can do.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Humans, here of all places.
Is he floating?
That's not a person. He's more like a mass of astral energy.
That sounds a lot like a great astral spirit.
How predictable, applying simple-minded molds to others.
I doubt he's a great astral spirit, but there is something alien about him.
If anything, you're alien to your own realm. You feign comfort with fate, all the while bearing claws at destiny. You remind me of a certain race. A race that struggles even as they destroy multitudes of worlds. Worlds that devour multitudes of energy. Disgraceful, all of it.
Sounds like someone has it in for us.
Say, there's supposed to be 6 keys, right?
And this is the 6th area. This must be our last stop. Be careful. This one's not like the others we've run into.
You know, Edna mentioned being invited here. I'd figured it was the researchers doing, but what if there was something else in play?
You think this guy's behind it all?
That's anyone's presumption. Somehow I doubt he'd give us a straight answer if we asked.
I'll give you the courtesy of my name. I am the great spirit Kronos, ruler of time and space. And now I shall demonstrate my power.
Here it comes!
I've never felt power so potent before. It feels like I'll be crushed by its force.
Didn't come all this way just to lose now!
Luckily, we've got power of our own. Determination.
We're finished!
I'll face you.
Okay, here I go!
Does it hurt?
Lightning bolt raging
engulfs you.
cascades!
Incineration wave!
Eruption in here!
We're
Jedi
finished!
Alpha! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this. Resurrection!
Eternal devastation!
Thank you.
Incineration wave!
We're
finished!
You're mine. More for the sun! I'm going to need to use all the raging storm!
Prepare to be judged. Bow before me. Rotating pile timer.
Incineration wave!
Prepare to be judged.
Raging cascade of mine!
Here I come!
This will come in handy. Here goes!
I hope it's not.
Can't move. Bow before me.
Lightning orb! Blah, 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 that's it! Let me show you what my art Sleep now. Rise and I'm saving this one!
We're finished!
Resurrection!
Penumbra!
There!
Thunderfang!
We natural energy!
My fault.
Resurrection!
You'll find no mercy. Prepare to be judged.
Try harder! Now!
Enough. Down on the
finished.
ground. Shine out, radiant
Thunderfang!
regeneration.
Sleep now!
Don't suffer in silence.
All disasters made
before
one!
me.
Blah, blah,
Okay,
blah,
here I go.
Can you take it?
Eternal devastation!
I'm going to
Incineration
need to
wave!
use all the power of my healing arts. Blah, 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 magic! In here! Get on
Down
in there
on the
with the
ground.
others!
Incineration wave!
Soaring
Raging
blast.
storm! All right! I'm going to Don't give up!
We're finished!
Resurrection!
Down on the ground.
Eternal
Here I
devastation!
go!
Incineration wave! Can't move!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this. Light Astral Purge! Sleep now.
Eternal devastation!
Get on in there with the others.
Incineration wave! Go! In an instant! Impact block!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Prepare to be judged.
The enemy is going all out!
before me.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, it's been swell knowing you guys.
We have to stop it, whatever it takes!
Incineration wave!
It's time to draw close the curtain. The tragedy of your life has reached its end.
Try harder!
My
Magic!
road is even wider.
Wind Astral
No
Energy!
way! He's going to annihilate everything!
A power beyond mortal understanding.
Lightning orb! More where that
You
came from!
bore me.
Incineration wave!
Show you what my art can do!
Prepare to be judged. Enough. Worthless.
I won't give up!
I couldn't make it in time.
I can't move! What's just happened?
Is this another of his powers? A new lease on life.
Eternal devastation!
Here's another. There!
Bow before me.
it now.
Incineration
Way
ray!
to go.
We're finished.
Let me show you what my heart can do.
Prepare to be judged.
Raging cascade.
Eternal devastation!
In here. I'm going to
Incineration ray!
Take this.
Sanguine blast!
Prepare to be
Is
judged.
this it?
Don't leave me.
Know your place. Bleed. How about this? Be gone.
That did it.
Lightning orb.
Prepare to be judged.
Watch yourself. Cowards before enemy power.
Raging cascade.
Rupture.
Here I come!
Armor won't save you.
Sealed. Far enough. More for the sacrifice.
It's time to draw close the curtain. The tragedy of your life has reached its end. Chrono erosion.
Shine! Radiant light!
Every world.
Shine!
One
Radiant
at a
light!
time.
Incineration ray! Regenerate! This should do it!
Raging storm.
the fray!
Blood.
Eternal devastation!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
What quaint arts you use.
He's healing?
Not quite. I turned back time, to be precise.
You really do control time and space. Was this place something you made?
It was not I who made it, nor was it Origin or Maxwell. So there's a world unrelated to the three primordial great spirits.
Primordial? Do you mean to tell us you have the power to create worlds?
You may make of me what you will.
Another great spirit and another fine mess. I strongly recommend that research into doorways through time and space should be strictly forbidden.
But what are rules to a species that insists on ignoring history's lessons? The people of your realm will learn of this place, and they will use it to rob and exploit other worlds.
That's...
They are driven by pure desire. They fob off their burdens on others, all without reflecting upon what comes of it.
To hell with this. We've torn down every barrier in front of us, but we know better than to call it good there. We'll build a world where people can coexist and walk hand in hand, and we won't give up until we do.
Yeah, we're ready to put in the work to change.
I'll make sure this research gets called off. You have my word on that.
I suppose this is another trait that your species shares. I will remain here for a time. See to it that this absurd research is ended.
All right, Kronos. We understand.
And know this. If anyone attempts to abuse the Gateway, to interfere with our world, I will cast them into the time-space rift, where they will wander the void forevermore.
No arguments here, pal.
We'll see to it that that never happens. You'll see, from up there on your throne.
I've still got a ways to go!
guess...
Well...
Whew.
Right.
Huh?
Yes!
We've reached our destination.
Hey, Shion. Got any requests for supper tonight?
Me?
I came out great. Kisara, let's talk for a bit. So, Kisara, once this fight is all over, I'm guessing you plan on heading back to the...
Yeah, hopefully. What about you?
That's granted. Still, it would be a...
You've always...
I...
For, well...
Yeah?
I want...
Really?
Yeah, you always dig a pond.
You really...
I do.
Him?
Not only that, so if I...
Well, if you have...
That's sweet. And then, I suppose I never realized until... I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, you guys have everything?
Right, here goes!
Shield from calamity.
Barrier! We're in good form!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Get lost!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back. This could be useful.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
No escape! None! Barrier! Okay, here I go. We are
Undefeatable!
Unflappable!
Let's see what you've got.
Here I come!
Your blade moves like silk.
I just let my instincts take over.
How fascinating.
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle. You got company!
A wall of shield.
Not much longer to go.
Come on,
One final push.
Let's do this together, Alphen. Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Here I go.
Not a chance.
Sharp
Barrier.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
They're surrounding us.
A wall to shield from calamity.
Oh, stop it. Thanks, Kisara.
Barrier.
Barely a blip on our radar.
I don't know what all this gate and key stuff is about, but you've gotta be a little crazy to do research inside a Zoogl's stomach.
I don't care what he gets up to on his own time. I'm just glad nothing crazy came out of all that in the end.
He was trying to bridge together dimensions. That in itself is rather ludicrous, I would argue.
Still, Aizen, was it? It seemed like that was the first he'd seen of his sister all grown up. In that respect, I'm glad it worked out for him.
Everything has a silver lining if you look hard enough. Doesn't change the fact that his little experiment was real dangerous.
Look at it from his perspective. I know if I got to see family I thought I never would again, that'd make me really happy too.
Truth be told, I'm with Kisara on this. The ability to see those that you're afraid you've lost, even one more time. I hope it works out for them.
There was also that Kronos guy we met at the end. Rather less charming. What do you think his deal was?
Yeah, he had those weird ears sticking out.
It's impossible to say whether he's like us or not. However, if we're to judge by his strength and appearance, he is clearly no ordinary being.
And what he said to Xion was just... that was so awful.
He most likely has his reasons for believing in what he does, even if they come from a very different place than what we ourselves know.
He didn't seem to be too harsh on anybody who wasn't human, though.
It was all so strange. I wonder if we'll ever get to meet anybody else from other dimensions.
Who can say? If we do, I pray it will be somebody more friendly. I can only fight every newcomer that we meet for so long. It'd be nice to get a surprise ally every once in a while.
It's amazing, isn't it? We've been all over Dana on this journey. Is there anywhere we haven't visited at this point? I'm being serious.
We're talking about a whole planet here. Isn't it more exciting to just assume there are places we haven't seen yet?
I picked the wrong guy to ask. What about you, Alphen? What do you think?
That's a good question. I figure we visited just about every place civilization has set its eyes on.
So is there anything left for us to see?
That I couldn't say. We are talking about seeing an entire planet.
Yeah, I guess so.
This journey has proven just how little I truly knew our world. There is always more to learn. To assume otherwise would be the height of conceit.
There might well be places that we still haven't discovered yet. And if you ask me, I think that's perfectly fine.
Me too. We don't need to know every inch of Dana to fulfill our mission. Besides, I think there's something romantic about there still being mysteries out there.
I'd say it's part of the fun to imagine whether we'll be the first to uncover those mysteries. Maybe even now there are other explorers who will shed a light in the darkest places.
True. I guess the world's bigger than any of us will ever really realize.
You know, I was just saying the same thing as Alphen. Why does she listen to him and not me?
Sounds like you've still got a lot to learn about the mysteries of a woman's heart as well.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Hey, Xion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Xion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
What do you want to do about that big one?
So this...
He's the one who polluted the pond!
Consider this payback for all those fish!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Here I go!
An astral voice?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Now! Here I come! Strike!
To march on!
Tempest!
Dragon's Roar!
Do it! No! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
It's raining blobs of slime! Gross!
I'll take out as many as I can.
We've almost got it beat.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
No way!
Looks like the little guy had a trick.
There's always something bigger and slimier.
Eternal devastation!
Seriously.
Incineration wave! Here I come!
Ready and ready!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing heart to accomplish this.
Incineration wave!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Thunder! Wind! Soaring light spear! Mirage! We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right. Still anyone's fight.
The big one's up to something.
I don't want to know what else it has in store.
Let's smash it to pieces before it can show us.
quite.
The enemy is going all out! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
All right.
Sure.
All right!
Uh-huh.
Huh? What?
Oh, wow!
You dummy!
Good grief.
Ugh, I feel so gross and sticky after that fight.
Tell me about it. We better hurry and get a bath and laundry going ASAP. Oh. Great! Yes!
Now where might those fish be?
This feels like a big one.
Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
Oh my gosh! That's a really rare species!
Where should I cast my line? All right. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
All right. That's not a fish I see often.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
Yeah! There we go. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Now where might those fish be? All right, once more from the top. Hup. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. All right, once more from the top. There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
What kind of fish is that? It's such a pure white.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It reminds me of Hoodle's wings. Oh.
Judging from the color of the scales, I'd say it's a Cygnai pirarucu. They say it swims so elegantly that it's like a bird flying underwater.
Wow, that must be beautiful. I'd love to see it for myself.
That may be a tall order. The pirarucu doesn't like to show its face very often. Speaking of which, what exactly is Hoodle doing over there?
Whoa! He's snapping up all sorts of little fish right out of the water!
Ugh! Hoodle, stop! What do you think you're doing?
Do owls even like to eat fish? I had no idea.
He'll eat them, sure. But that's not the point. I have no idea why the heck he would catch so many.
Maybe it's all a business plan. He thinks if he brings enough fish, he can trade them for this albino pirarucu and eat the whole thing himself.
Seriously?
It's okay, Hoodle. It's a big fish. There's plenty for you to eat too, okay?
You heard her, Hoodle. Lucky you.
But since he went out of his way to catch so many fish, might as well cook those up too.
As I recall, there's a recipe we've yet to try.
Yeah, this is the last ingredient we need.
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renin and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without...
A bug?
Something...
This realm, in fact...
Sounds like... I wouldn't...
Insects...
Dohalim.
Hey, I never...
Admit it.
Is it
Oh,
Kisar? Spoken.
The more I...
Ew!
that part.
That's...
You never know.
So basic...
Are you doing...
So at this...
Yes.
They put up a good...
Weren't you even... But we still...
Yeah,
Each one's... with
What?
no big reason.
You know him.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
An opponent like this is an easy kill your pace. Demon Fang! Double demon!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
No choice.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Heal! Thanks.
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Thank you for the healing, Dohalim.
Our comrades need our ability to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch.
This could be useful.
A fish! You saw it too. There's a nice breeze here. Hup. There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
What do you...
Bath?
Do you mean the...
Hoodles.
Really?
Not that...
Elfin always...
like the land?
I'll say.
Probably.
Hey,
Maybe if we...
Don't you think...
Good point.
Looks like we made it. Now where might those fish be? Hup. Reel it in. She's got a good size to her, all told.
That flapper was a true fighter.
Reel it in. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
That flapper was a true fighter.
Ha! Time to try a different spot. Yeah! We've got a lively one. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Time to try a different spot. Yeah! All right, once more from the top. Okay, change of plans. There's a nice breeze here. All right, once more from the top. I've got something. I reeled us in a big one.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch.
Hey, didn't we find...
We made it here in one piece.
Hey, Rinwa.
They were I never... Needless... Of course. What about...
Same deal. It got bad. And now?
I know how...
The first time...
Yeah.
You don't say...
Not real.
Wow.
He was...
Maybe it's...
When it comes...
I won't argue.
Indeed.
All I know... Oh, come...
How about we...
An unexamined...
Better that.
Kisara
I could say...
Tell me...
I think...
Poodle left...
Forget that.
He appears...
Funny how
It's not just...
They do...
Well then.
sometimes...
Oh, you will...
Wish I had...
Really?
That's dog...
What's
Unless...
Come again?
There's something in the water.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. All right. bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. All right, once more from the top. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Oh boy, she's a big one. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
That thing lives on Dana?
I wasn't sure if I'd actually reel it in, but somehow I did.
That was intense. It looked like you were practically dueling with the fish.
Yeah, I kept thinking your rod was going to snap in half the entire time I was watching.
It's a whopper of an armored sturgeon. It wriggled so much I thought my arms would pop out of their sockets.
The fish was all bah, and your rod was all creak, and the water was all splash, 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 splash. But you held your own and reeled it in. It was crazy. You're like a heavyweight fishing champion.
Heavyweight?
Law.
No, I just mean you put your full weight behind the thing.
Law, how about you put your full weight behind zipping your pie hole?
I meant it as a compliment.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Yeah! Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish. We've reached our destination.
A fish! You saw it too, right? Where should I cast my line? Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Is this what I think it is? I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
Stars above! That's gotta be a new record!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.